Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the No, this is the Smash Bros. Upgraded tournament. It's two different tournaments, but yeah, so if you haven't seen this before, it's a simple concept. Took a bunch of characters, put them into a tournament format, tournament thing, and then each day on the channel, except Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. How the matches work is I will go over both the characters in the match, so I will go over some maybe facts, maybe a mini moveset pool, maybe a story or something, whatever it might be. And then, well, we ultimately vote between one of the two characters. You can vote for both, keep that in mind. But there are a few rules that you got to follow before you vote. They're very simple, don't worry. So here they are. Alright, rule number one for this tournament, you have to be open-minded. Why? Because every character in this tournament is either an assist trophy, spirit, Mii costume, Pokemon, or a background character. Simple as that, alright? So, that's why you gotta be open-minded. You gotta be like, okay, yeah, maybe there's a potential of something being upgraded to playable. I'm just saying, a little open-minded. So, yeah, that's rule one. Rule two, you only get one vote per person. Okay, we keep it fair that way. If anything seems suspicious, I will crumple that vote up and throw it away. I will not count it. Alright, so keep it fair. One vote per person. Next rule. How do you vote, though? That is simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character you are voting for. Literally, just say, I vote for this character. That's all you got to do. And then you can go on and tell me, explain why. That's totally fine. I love reading that stuff. It's really awesome. But, yes. Be clear on who you're voting for. I'm just going to throw that out there. Rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated from the tournament. Then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, we're going to flip a coin on camera, fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for 1 week. So when an episode gets first uploaded, you will have 7 days from that point to get your vote in. If your vote comes in after that 7-day period, it's not going to count. Why? Because we've already moved on. Speaking of moving on, let's do that right now to the rest of the video. Alright, so we got to start things off. You guys know this. Most of you should know this. Got to go over the results from last week, which was a really good matchup. It was fairly close. Fairly close. Could have been closer. Could have been much more of a blowout, but it's fairly close. The matchup from last week was Dixie Kong, who was taking on Lloyd Irving. And the winner of this one is right here. Dixie Kong ends up winning this one, 44 votes to only 28 for Lloyd Irving. More people just, I guess there wasn't too many like, this character deserves it for this reason. There's a few people that did, but a lot of people were Dixie Kong, Lloyd Irving, and that was it. And that's totally fine. That's how you want to vote. That's good. That works. That works. So Dixie Kong advances one step further in the winner's bracket. Lloyd, unfortunately, drops to the loser bracket already, but still in the tournament. But if he gets one more loss from this point forward, then he's done. But he's still in it for now. Speaking of still in it for now, how about the two characters in the matchup for today? We have a very interesting character here. We have Ryden from the Metal Gear franchise. You know, the one Snake is from. Interesting character. Never been in any of these tournaments, but hey, he's a spirit, so he's in the upgraded tournament, right? A couple people requested him, so we'll see how well he does. But his opponent, MinMin from ARMS. A lot of people think she might be the front runner, the favorite, if you will. So we'll see how she does in this tournament, I guess. But who do we starting with? MinMin. Oopsies, MinMin. All right. So like I said, ARMS. We know ARMS is getting a rep. We don't know who. Could it be a Bowser Jr., a Koopalings situation? Could we have 8 different ARMS characters? You could to a stretch. I mean, you could have maybe 4. You could have Springman, you could have Ribbon Girl, you could have Lollipop, you could have Springtron, you know. You could do it, you could have different, alternate characters for the ARMS character, whoever it ends up being. But I think more people might be enamored with how are they going to play? How's the play style going to work? Now, ARMS in the game, the characters, their actual arms, they can like attach different sort of, I don't know if you want to call them weapons, but I guess they're attaching different arms in a sense. So there's stuff that do different things. They got I can never remember the name. I know one's like a kablammer. It's like a hammer. I think this is the one I'm thinking of. One's like a hammer that when you smack it, it has a little explosion on it as well. You got I really should have looked this up, but the whole idea basically for an ARMS character, I guess the gimmick, if you will, would be different the different arms and what they could do. So I think there's like isn't there like a dragon that ends up like, isn't there one that shoots fire? I think there's one that's missiles. It's like, or shoots lasers, I should say. Like, there's different arms that could make for a very fun, very different style for the character. And maybe that's why they needed a little bit more time to develop the character. I don't know if they're going to use every single arm in the game, or if they're just going to go with like 3, 4, 5 different ones, and you can like mix it up. Because like in arms, you could put one arm on your left and one arm on your right, and you could mix it up and have 2 different styles going, which I think is a really good way to go in arms. It's just, you know, keeping your opponent on their toes, keeping it mixed up a little bit. Of course, you could just have 2 Kablammers if you really wanted to. I keep saying that because that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head for what its actual name is. But Arms character could be really fun. And besides the different equipable arms, what are they going to do? They are going to punch. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But what else can you do with the arms? Now, in arms, they do grab, so they could have a somewhat long range, not a long range grab, but like their grab could be, I don't want to say it like, not like a tether grab, so to speak, but like, you know, like there'll be a little bit of distance so they can reach out because their arms are going to extend and they'll be able to grab. Maybe that could be a little fun for the character. I'm not saying halfway across the stage and they're like, ha, I grabbed you, come here. No. Maybe a couple character lengths away. You know, you don't actually have to go up and, I got you now. No, you could actually reach out and grab them. That could be kind of fun for a grab. What else could you do with arms? I don't know, if you really wanted to do like a, think of like a T-pose and you just kind of like spin around. That could be a neutral air. I don't know if you could, like for a side special, you could actually like extend the character's arm and you could kind of control which direction it goes, so to speak. That'd be a pretty fun idea as well. You could end up using the arms, like the character, I don't know if it would be like a down special for whatever reason. They put both their fists on the ground and then they like lunge themselves up into the air and then they come flying back down or something. That'd be kind of a cool idea just to get the arms just doing more instead of just, okay, punch, punch, punch. Okay, next move, punch. It's like, no, there's more to arms characters than just punching. So I'm very curious to see how they play out. And hey, look, what's the date? The 18th today? Okay, cool. That means hopefully within the next month. I mean, like they said June, right? We're going to get the arms character. Hopefully we get it, you know, first half of June. Fingers crossed. Would love to see who it is and how they play. Should be fun stuff. But what about another character that could be really fun and a cool little tidbit as well? Okay, so I took a lot of screenshots from PlayStation All-Stars here. Ryden from Metal Gear Solid, who was in PlayStation All-Stars. Now, that could be the first playable character to be in Smash Bros. And PlayStation All-Stars. That'd be kind of just a cool little fun fact, right? Like, hey, who was the first character that happened to be in both? Raiden. Maybe he ends up being it. Yeah, we had Heihachi, the Mii costume, but I mean an actual playable character, alright? That's where I'm going. So, Raiden. Personally, for me, I loved Raiden. He was one of my, I think, top 4 played characters. I think my top 4, if anyone cares about this, my top 4 characters were Noriko, Sackboy, Raiden, and Heihachi. Those were my top 4 characters. Kratos was absolutely broken. Yeah, I could go on about PlayStation All-Star. I'd love it. I want a sequel. PlayStation 5 launch title. Come on. I would make content on that. I would do that. That'd be fun. But Raiden, Metal Gear Solid, yes, Konami, they're kind of is Konami willing to let people play with their properties? Look, if you don't know, I believe Sakurai's the one that said it, or somewhere it was kind of mentioned or hinted at that Konami was being a little tough to, I think it was Konami, they're being a little tough when Sakurai wanted to do the everyone is here thing, so getting Snake back I think was a somewhat tricky part. I think even Nintendo was kind of like, I'd have to go look at it. I think it was really tricky to get Snake and then also Castlevania as well. So Konami, yes, they don't really do games anymore, but I'm pretty sure they were at the Xbox conference, what was that, a week and a half ago or whatever that was? So maybe they're doing next-gen console games again instead of just pachinko machines? I don't know. So Konami, weird spot, great characters, great franchises, right? Raiden, how does he play? Blades, kicking, fast, that sort of character. In your face, slicing, and just... Yeah, if anyone's played PlayStation All-Stars, I think that sort of style really kind of works for Smash Bros. As well. I would like to see him. I'm not saying he's one of my favorite. I need to see these characters by any means. No. I'm not the biggest fan of Metal Gear Solid. If Ryden got in, cool. That'd be fun for multiple reasons. I like the character, I like the play style, and just the first character to be in both those games, right? That'd be fun. That'd be really cool. But in terms of popularity, I don't know. Like, I think Metal Gear Solid, or just the Metal Gear franchise in general, is pretty good with... Snake is good. If they got a second rep, I'm not saying no. But, like... I'm not... Could Raiden... I don't know. Would Raiden kind of be a sleeper? Is Konami a company that maybe people are sleeping on now that I think about this? Like, everyone... When we think of third-party characters, I think most of us are expecting maybe 1, 2, 4 different third-party characters in Fighter Pass 2, right? Odds are we're expecting at least a couple. And when you think of the companies out there, we think of Bandai Namco, Capcom, Sega, Square, Ubisoft, other. Are a lot of people really thinking about Konami, or is it just kind of like, nah, they wouldn't go for it, right? They wouldn't let that happen. Maybe that's what would happen, though. Nintendo's like, hey, we already worked something out to have Snake and Simon and Richter, and ended up getting Bomberman. We got a lot of Konami content, to be fair. We kind of do. But Alucard, the assist... I can keep going on and on. But are they a company people are sleeping on? I mean, I don't know. Nintendo, they do work with them. It all depends. I guess it all depends on what side of the bed Konami woke up on, right? Could we get another rep from them? I don't know. In terms of this one, I'm actually voting Ryden. I like the playstyle. I like how he could fit into Smash Bros. I'm just not a MinMin fan. I'm definitely ARMS. I've told you guys this many times. Max Brass, #1 character. Springman would probably be #2. No, Ninjara is #2. Then Springman, and probably Kid Cobra for 4. Those would be my top 4 characters, I would say, that I would want to see. And then probably Dr. Coyle. Maybe Dr. Coyle is #4. Dr. Coyle is 4 or 5. Max Brass, #1 for sure, though. That would be my preferred ARMS rep. Just throwing that out there. So, Ryden's getting my vote in this one. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Ryden, MinMin, or both. All good options. So, that is it. Sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow's results. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I can't wait to see who wins this one. Rayman, who is taking on a Bandana Waddle Dee. That's tomorrow. One wins, one loses, unfortunately, but it happens. And then the new matchup for tomorrow is going to be the Chorus Kids from the Rhythm Heaven franchise, the character that replaced Shantae. Just saying. And their opponent, King Boo from the Mario series. We'll see how this one goes. That is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.